This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, a Portland man accused of murder appeared in Hancock County Superior Court on Wednesday.
35-year-old Raymond Lester's defense attorney, Stephen Jeskowich, requested co-counsel Tina Netto be added to the defense team. Jeskowich says Netto is located in Portland, where many of the witnesses in the case reside. Lester is being held at the Hancock County Jail for a fatal hit-and-run crash at Acadia National Park that killed 35-year-old Nicole Mokeme of South Portland in mid-June. Lester was later found in Mexico and transported back to Maine by the U.S. Marshal Service Violent Offender Task Force, that happening earlier this month. Lisa Marchese from the Maine Attorney General's office agreed to meet with Lester's defense to further discuss actions regarding the case. Justice Bruce Maloney did not accept a plea due to the felony charges involved in this case.
A vehicle fire on Interstate 95 this morning backed up traffic and sent one person to the hospital. Maine Department of Public Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss says it happened in the northbound lane near Hamden just before 6 a.m. The driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. No other vehicles were involved.
Hancock and Washington County District Attorney Matthew Foster is running for re-election, but he's also fighting cancer. Foster was first elected in 2014, and he says he was first diagnosed with prostate cancer a couple of months ago after a routine doctor's visit, and he is undergoing treatment. In a statement, Foster said in part, quote, "Fortunately, the 10-year average survival rate for my condition is greater than 98%. I continue to work diligently and enthusiastically as your district attorney," end quote. He continued in saying, "I know there are many people in the same position as I am, and I want to extend my compassion and support to all of those fighting cancer."
Meanwhile, Bangor City Council has received more than 300 signatures in favor of the city ordinance ending the sale of flavored tobacco products. The new rule was presented early this week and is set to be voted on in early August. Bangor was the first community in Maine to establish a ban last fall, but the City Council later appealed the decision in May based on a technicality. Assistant Vice President of the American Lung Association, Lance Blucher, argued why he thinks the City Council should reconsider the ban.
Kids are using these products and getting hooked for a lifetime addiction. The data is alarming. 1 in 4 Maine high school students use tobacco products, and the main product used is flavored e-cigarettes. 8 in 10 Maine high school students say flavors are why they use e-cigarettes. So we need to end this policy to prevent a lifetime of addiction to these harmful and deadly products.
Now, should this pass, Bangor would join Portland as another Maine community where flavored tobacco is no longer sold.
Well, switching gears now, the Maine National Guard is always looking for recruits and is providing a serious incentive if you sign up. Matthew Juroncic has the story.
With businesses and organizations struggling to keep workers, many are coming up with incentives to hire more people. One such example is the Maine Air National Guard, which is adding an enlistment bonus of up to $20,000 when joining the group.
We get guidance every single year for career fields that are going to be bonus eligible. Our applicants coming in, depending on their qualifications and what career field they're enlisting into, may be eligible for bonuses anywhere between $3,000 and $20,000.
Known as the 101st Air Refueling Wing, the group helps with deploying air refueling, getting the planes back into the air, and working with international allies while supporting national security, homeland defense, and the state of Maine. The Maniacs offer a wide variety of benefits, including tuition assistance and low-cost health care. For avionics technician Christopher Martin, the enlistment bonus is the thing that helped him the most.
It's helped me out quite a bit. Been able to pay off all of my credit debt. Been able to open up a special savings account with my bank and start accruing more interest on that. So it's been a huge help.
With more of the older members leaving the force, it's now important than ever to get more recruits.
Here at the Maine Air National Guard, we really want to recruit some younger folks and get them in here because we're kind of hitting a point where a lot of people are retiring at once. We want to start backfilling and getting people to take over those spots.
Matthew Juroncic, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Advocacy organizations are sharing their reaction after a salmon farm corporation pulled their lawsuit against the Maine Department of Marine Resources. R.A.J. Douglas talked to both sides to find out what's next.
Now we have a very clean water body, and we don't want to jeopardize that.
American Aqua Farms recently withdrew a lawsuit against the Maine Department of Marine Resources following a denial of the corporation's application request to bring a salmon farm to the Frenchman Bay area. Maine DMR denied the application due to the company's failure to produce a qualified source of fish eggs. American Aqua Farms Project Development Director Thomas Brennan explains the company's decision to drop the lawsuit.
To solve for issues or problems, it's always better to have a dialogue than be in a fight, right? And what's a lawsuit? It's, we're in conflict at that point, and really not much productive is going to come from it.
Brennan says the fishery company hopes to resolve the reasons for the application denial and move forward on the salmon farm project.
Hopefully we can meet with them and go through the reasons for the denial, understand where the opportunities are to move forward and reapply.
Several opposing organizations support Maine DMR's decision to deny American Aqua Farms' application. Frenchman Bay Conservancy is a nonprofit land conservation group that opposes the salmon farm coming to what Executive Director Aaron Doherty calls unique waters.
Frenchman Bay is not the place for a 30 net pen industrial scale aquaculture facility. And we are disappointed that the applicant has not yet decided that this is not the right place.
Doherty says the strong opposition of the salmon farm has brought different people together to preserve the waters.
Summer residents, year-round residents, people who make their livelihood on the bay, people who just enjoy looking out at the bay. And I view that as a promising sign for positive change in Maine.
A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Certainly some gorgeous footage there, very typical of the beautiful footage we see around the state of Maine, and very sunny as it was today.
Yeah, it really was, and feeling, again, comfortable out there, just not too humid to the point where you feel like you can't really do anything.
Indeed, and with a little bit more on what we can expect, at least in the coming hours, let's hit pause here and take a first look at our forecast.
Thank you so much. And our first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation, locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. So another warm one out there today. Some 80s across the state as we had an 85-degree reading in Bangor, 81 in Bar Harbor, and upper 70s in Rockland. So everybody was in on those upper 70s and 80s, some above average temperatures for the most part. And lots of sunshine out there, just a few passing clouds, especially in the southern part of the state closer to Portland. But those winds, that's another topic to talk about as they are howling close to Machias and by Bar Harbor. Close to Bangor, we have a 13-mile-an-hour wind. Still no big issues, but something to worry about out there. But tonight, winds will continue to go calm and temperatures will continue to drop into the lower 60s.
Alrighty, Conrad, thanks so much. And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, Senator Susan Collins calls on the White House to reduce the supply of drugs and improve prevention programs.
And the Bangor Ronald McDonald House is holding a special fundraiser this Saturday. We'll have more on that story and others when ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months plus $500 purchase allowance on a 2022 Cadillac XT4, XT5, and XT6. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Newport, is sponsored by University of Maine Early College. Tuition-free online fall courses for high school students. umaine.edu/earlycollege. Four Seasons Floral and Gifts, a family-owned and operated business offering only the finest floral arrangements and gifts with friendly service. And the Farmer's Table in Corinna for breakfast, lunches, dinners, and desserts made from farm-fresh ingredients.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
The 2022 Bucksport Arts Festival is coming soon, August 19th and 20th. For artists, applications are being accepted as long as we have space. Go to lighthousegallerymaine.com for the application or call 702-9135. Don't miss the Bucksport Arts Festival August 19th and 20th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Enjoy shopping among local artists as you stroll along the waterfront in downtown Bucksport. Paintings, carvings, jewelry, photography, fiber arts, and more. Sponsored by Seaboard Federal Credit Union.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Welcome back, everybody. Senator Susan Collins is calling on the White House to reduce the supply of drugs and improve prevention programs. Senator Collins attended a hearing in Washington, D.C. Tuesday titled Fighting Fentanyl, the Federal Response to a Growing Crisis. Senator Collins questioned public health officials during the hearing, citing data that shows an increase of fentanyl overdoses in Maine. She says Dr. Marcy Sorg, who is a leading forensic anthropologist at the University of Maine, is calling the opioid crisis the worst it's ever been. According to Collins, a total of 9,500 drug overdoses occurred in Maine last year. She says 627 Mainers died from drug overdoses in 2021. Fentanyl was involved in 77% of those deaths. Senator Collins says she visited the southern border last year, where officers expressed concern that they've had to divert resources away from drug detection due to the large influx of people crossing the border.
In 2021, the Maine Drug Enforcement Agency seized more than 10,000 grams of fentanyl. But they tell me they cannot possibly keep up. They are overwhelmed. And that Maine's overdose crisis is primarily driven by the increased supply of illicit fentanyl originating in China and smuggled through Mexico.
Well, Kemp Chester is a senior policy advisor for the White House's Office of National Drug Control Policy. He says that traffickers are determined and will find ways to smuggle drugs into the U.S.
What we have to do is very quickly identify when we have new vulnerabilities, when the traffickers have changed the ways that they do business, and close those gaps and vulnerabilities as quickly as we possibly can. And that's what we're in the process of doing right now.
Senator Collins concluded her questions by mentioning a tragic death of a Maine teenager who died of a suspected fentanyl poisoning last month. She called for more education on the dangers of drug use for Maine students.
The Bangor Ronald Mcdonald House is holding a special fundraiser this Saturday to raise money for much-needed upgrades there. Our Dylan Holloway stopped by the house today and has details.
The Bangor Ronald McDonald House has been helping families in need since opening its doors in 1983. The house provides comfortable lodging for the families of pediatric patients and supports programs that directly improve the health and well-being of all children, according to their website. Now the organization is asking for help in upgrading its rooms to make a family stay as enjoyable as possible during what can be a difficult time.
So we are remodeling all 14 of the guest rooms here. We're adding TVs and streaming services to all of the rooms, which is really exciting.
Community engagement manager Lauren Genenbacher says the house still contains some of its original electrical work, which she says needs to be replaced.
We have our amazing electrician coming in. He's redoing all of the rooms, adding new lighting, and taking down some of the more just corporate things that they had, industrial look that they originally had that was, and we're just making it a little more warm, a little more homey.
Genenbacher says some of the upgrades have already begun and will cost about $500 a room. To help fund the project, Ronald McDonald House is holding a day-long yard sale this Saturday.
She says the sale will have something for everyone, and all forms of payment, cash, card, and electronic, will be accepted.
We have an amazing volunteer base. They've donated so many goods. So that's household items, furniture, cookware, tools. We have some mini fridges, just so many at a variety of things. Our garage is overflowing at this point.
To learn more about Ronald McDonald House charities, including how to volunteer, visit rmhcmaine.org. Reporting from Bangor, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Well, here's hoping that yard sale is a rousing success.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and it looks like they have a lot of great things to offer too. So, and also knowing that your money will be supporting the Ronald McDonald House is really cool to see too.
Absolutely. Well, still to come on ABC7 News at 6. More summer fun is here as the Union Fair and Maine Wild Blueberry Festival is now underway.
And in sports, a Super Bowl champion stopped by a youth football camp in Herman this week. We'll have that story right after the break.
Here at Colburn Shoe, we have something for the whole family. New spring arrivals are coming in daily from quality brands such as Hoka, Birkenstock, Dansko, Sperry, Merrill, and many more. We pride ourselves on our exceptional service. That is why we are America's oldest shoe store.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the Feldman said we may be able to get additional benefits with a Medicare Advantage plan right here in our zip code with $0 monthly premiums.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Parts A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So not everyone on Medicare is a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits that aren't covered under Medicare Parts A and B. We don't have a Medicare Part C plan which covers everything in Part A and Part B plus extra benefits in Medicare Part C.
What kind of extra benefits?
There are great plans that may be available with extra benefits like dental, vision, and hearing.
Did you say dental?
Yes, dental. Medicare Part C plans could include dental benefits that help cover routine dental exams and teeth cleanings, plus dental x-rays, fillings, gum disease treatment, and dentures.
We need that. I'm calling.
If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available that are simply not covered under Medicare Parts A and B, like routine dental coverage. If you're on Medicare, you can call even if you called last year. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2022 no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call 800-413-8094. 800-413-8094.
Here at Colburn Shoe, we have something for the whole family. New spring arrivals are coming in daily from quality brands such as Hoka, Birkenstock, Dansko, Sperry, Merrill, and many more. We pride ourselves on our exceptional service. That is why we are America's oldest shoe store.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Mainly Supplements near the Bangor Mall. We provide a variety of protein, pre-workout, vitamins, and healthy snacks to fuel your body for a peak performance.
Welcome back in. Thank you for staying with us. This week, former Black Bear Mike DeVito is holding his annual youth football camp in Herman. And on Tuesday, the kids got to learn from a Super Bowl champion.
1, 2, 3, march! It's not often that a kid from Herman, Maine gets to learn from a Super Bowl champ.
It's pretty cool.
We're teaching the younger kids, but those NFL players are teaching both of us.
But when the former Patriots linebacker and special teamer Matt Chatham stopped by the DeVito Youth Camp this week, that all changed.
I've been into Maine, but I don't go much further north than maybe a Gunquit. And I'm like, I got to get back up here. When Mike floated the idea of doing it, I haven't seen it for far too long. It was an opportunity to come up this direction, and I just jumped on it.
For the past 5 years, former Maine Black Bear and pro himself, Mike DeVito, hosts the camp in Herman, connecting generations of athletes from the area.
Since I got to high school, I was playing them, which was a great time. but I think it's even funner trying to coach them.
The biggest thing for us is making it full circle, having the high school team be involved.
Sometimes it's a struggle. I mean, kids don't love to listen, but it's fun.
Chatham, now working with Nesson, coaches his son in youth football as well, and says with his background and as a father, he just wants to teach the sport the right way.
So the conversation around football has changed quite a bit from when I was a young kid, and I think you get drawn into that a little bit. You want to make sure it's being taught the right way, and I think I maybe helicopter dadded fathered a little bit or whatever, right?
So while it's great for each individual at the camp, with the Hawks coaching the future Hawks in front of the pros, the big winner of this week is the Herman football community as a whole.
It's pretty special. We've got some really good leaders up in the high school ranks right now. Just for our younger kids to look up to kids like that, and I think it's really special.
Patriots held their first team practice of training camp on Tuesday, which means it's officially time to scrutinize every detail and interaction as we inch closer to the season. Dave wrote that. Day one was just helmets, no pads, so it was really about getting back in phase and establishing rhythm within the team. That said, multiple reports had newly added wide receiver Devontae Parker turning some heads on a couple passes from Mac Jones. Matt Patricia was also seen with a walkie-talkie, most likely feeding the plays into Mac Jones' ear, something to keep an eye on given the cooperative nature of the offense this season.
Coach Belichick's done a great job kind of explaining exactly what we want to do as an offense, and Matty P's seen so many different defenses along with Coach Belichick, so it's like they combine their knowledge of how to attack the defense, and that's something that's really stood out to me. And they're great guys who, and Coach Judge, they all bring this different energy to the room when they're presenting.
I'm looking forward to watch them this year for sure. Meanwhile, down in Portland, the Maine Mariners have named their new head coach for this coming season, keeping it in-house after the departure of Ben Guite. Terrence Wallen officially became the Mariners' third head coach in franchise history. He takes over for Guite, who accepted a job with the Bowdoin College men's program earlier this summer. Wallen has been both a player and a coach with the Mariners, playing 2 seasons as a tough, rugged forward before becoming an assistant coach this past season. He's excited to take over the reins and lead this team back to the postseason.
If you look back at my playing days, I prided myself on being a 200-foot forward and kind of putting the nose to the grindstone and going to work. So hopefully we can win some championships here while I'm at the helm. And we had a good start last year with making the playoffs, but we're looking to make that next jump and make a good push here in the playoffs and hopefully win a Kelly Cup.
All right, that's sports. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you so much, Dave. And our Maine weather is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio, providing custom ink by licensed artists for over 20 years. So another nice and clear day out there today, lots of sunshine. So once again, another beautiful summer day out there today. But all of these clouds right over here, all of this precipitation, that will continue to move east, and then it will finally make it into our area by tomorrow. So more so Thursday night into the Friday time frame. Some storms may be severe at that. We'll keep an eye on those, but a good amount of rain all across the state. So everybody is going to be in on this. Anywhere from a quarter to maybe half an inch of rain, maybe 3/4 of an inch in some isolated spots. But overall, looking like it's going to be maybe a half an inch of rain all across the state. And you know what that means. Once that rain comes in, the humidity goes up and we will be feeling humid out, a little sticky out. So it is not going to be a nice day out tomorrow into the early hours on Friday. But temperatures today, we're looking really nice and pleasant. Some above average temperatures here in Bangor as we had an 85-degree reading, 81 in Bar Harbor, upper 70s in Rockland, but even Waterville came in those 80s. So everybody was looking at nice and above average today, as their average high is supposed to be closer to 81 degrees. So take a look at this temperature trend right through this week into the weekend, and look what happens by next week. Even close to 90s are back in the forecast, so make sure those ACs are working and get ready for the heat, because it will be here and it will be here to stick around. Those winds are also a little bit on the breezy end, blowing mostly from the south anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour, especially closer to Bar Harbor, Machias. Here in Bangor, we do have a 13-mile-an-hour wind, which means gusts maybe near 20 to 25. So hold those hats, folks. But tonight, winds will continue to go calm, and those temperatures will continue to drop into the lower 60s out there as we wake up to some partly cloudy skies. But tomorrow is going to be a nice, beautiful rebound in temperatures. We'll continue to have some above average temperatures in the mid-80s out there with some partly cloudy skies and some isolated chances of showers and thunderstorms in the area. But that wind will start to pick up and blow out of the south, and our extended outlook does show those chances of showers into Friday. And right in time for the weekend, we clear up with lots of sunshine and temperatures really climbing the ladder into the mid to even upper 80s.
Kind of a relief to see, though, that even though the temperatures are ticking up for the weekend, the overnight lows are still staying down. So there is some relief kind of later in the day if you need it.
Yeah, at least get the chance to like cool down wherever you live, because that it seems to just linger overnight when it doesn't get below like 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Yeah,
all right. Well, there's still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
Ready to update your summer style? Shop department store brands for amazingly low prices during the Label Shopper Summer Sale. 25% off your favorite labels.
Label Shopper, great clothes, great prices.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Baderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
Live, August 7th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. One incredible night with Incubus. With special guests, Sublime with Rome and the Aqua Dolls. Incubus, on sale now. Buy tickets at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Part of the Varney Insurance Concert Series.
When it comes to finding the right health insurance for your small business, it can feel like you're the only one looking out for the well-being of your team. But when you partner with a nonprofit health insurer who not only understands your needs as a business owner, but puts your people over their profits, it allows your business to keep doing what it does best. With a team who can take comfort in knowing they're cared for, people over profits. Now that's a novel idea. Get a quote from your broker or visit healthoptions.org.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub, now open. Experience outdoor dining at its finest 7 days a week with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family, friends, business partners, or that special someone. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first all over again.
The music event of summer is back. With epic collaborations, Billy Ray Cyrus and Dierks Bentley, Darius Rucker and Zach Brown Band, and Carly Pearce with Winona, and a tribute to the Judds. CMA Fest, August 3rd on ABC.
Welcome back, everybody. More summer fun is here as the Union Fair and Maine Wild Blueberry Festival is now underway. The fair opened today and runs through July 31st. Now, this is the 151st Union Fair, which will include the crowning of a 2022 Wild Blueberry Queen. The festival is back in full swing this year and includes both an agriculture side and a carnival.
Sort of new this year because it's earlier in the season. It's new dates, a new carnival operator, and many new vendors.
There are 21 rides currently set up on the Midway, to be exact, and the agriculture side offers everything you'd want in a classic country fair, including livestock and dairy shows, horse and ox pulling, and some harness pulling as well.
It's not like we took anything out. It's the 5 days are jam-packed with events. There's no downtime at any corner. There's something, if you love animals, we have plenty of animals. If you love games, food, we got plenty of food.
Well, the fair is open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. each day, and for you thrill seekers, the carnival opens every day at 1 p.m. So plenty to do there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go right to the agriculture animal side.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But it sounds like there is something for everyone there, as you said. It sounds like some really fun rides as well, too. So,
indeed.
Yeah.
All right, well, have a good time, be safe, and enjoy the Blueberry Festival or whatever you may have going on. And we'll see you right back here real soon.
Good night, everyone.